Well, we've had a good day on the Elias Macko Show. We've had a couple of guests come into our studios, and I'm very excited that we've got yet another guest in studio. Benoit Langevin has moseyed on into our studios on the corner of Papineau and René-Lévesque. Of course, Benoit is a borough councillor for Pierrefonds-Roxboro, also the official opposition critic on matters surrounding homelessness and housing in the city, right?
Yeah.
Benoit, thanks very much for coming into the studios today.
Thank you for inviting me, Elias.
So one of the reasons that you're in today is we're going to talk about the root causes here of the homelessness crisis, and if Projet Montreal, Mayor Valérie Plante, the ruling administration, if they have made some missteps that have exacerbated the problem. Ensemble Montreal, your party, is alleging just that.
Oh, yeah.
What are you alleging that the city did or did not do that has had a profound effect on what we're seeing on our streets?
We've had a clear example in the last couple of weeks hearing the mayor saying that the provincial government is not going to support the 2 warming shelters that they're proposing at City Hall, and that the Quebec government is not interested in investing in this, and that PSPP, Parti Québécois, is also responsible, all opposition parties. To me, it's such a lie, because when we heard that, we literally went to ask for a conversation that happened between the 2 parties, the Ville de Montréal and the Ministère de la Santé et Services Sociaux. And what communication we saw is that they've never applied for a grant to fund for winter measures. So how do you want Quebec government to invest in the city if you don't plan winter, your 8th winter? Yeah. To be clear, I've had the file for 8 years now. I've asked questions to them every month at City Hall. And to be honest, it's always the blaming game. Always it's Quebec's responsibility, and they're not investing locally.
So just on that, because we played the audio a couple of weeks back of a very, very emotional Mayor Valérie Plante, and you felt it in her voice that it was how upset she was at the provincial government, and she was calling on the premier to show up. Like that she sees him at other disasters. This is a crisis; he needs to show up. And it got very emotional. And then it was the back and forth between Lionel Carmant, the Health and Social Services Minister, right, on that front. And I said, man, it's never been worse in relationships. So you're saying that there are programs available from the provincial government, but it's Projet Montreal, it's the mayor that's dropped the ball.
Absolutely. In the sense that that's the other thing to mention is that because she brings in 3 addresses, 3 locations, now she's the one doing more than the Quebec government. We hear all sorts of cohabitation issues in the media, but reality is that we have 44 installations on the island of Montreal that offer shelter, warming centers, and all sorts of resources. So when I hear the mayoress saying that she's doing more than Quebec or more than what she's supposed to be doing, I find it very odd, because last year, if you recall last winter, we had 200 places missing, and we had overflow in every one of those instances. We could have planned this ahead, knowing that the 800 people that are occupying public spaces that do not go to shelter as we speak we won't have the capacity to house them this winter. We've known this for months. I want to say for a whole year. The data came out in October 22. It was taken in October 22 for the census. And a year later, we had all the data that demonstrated that we needed to be more prepared and have a better planning process so that the city will be able to fulfill its responsibility, which is security for everybody.
But, and I know you can't speak for the city, right? Obviously, you're here to speak for Ensemble Montreal.
Yeah.
But it almost seems unbelievable that would happen, right? Like, can you see from their perspective how they feel, no, we have done this. This is just one little thing, like a little, it's, that it's not a major measure, or that what you're asking that they should have done wouldn't have had a major impact?
Well, when you look at the budget and you look at the investments, there needs to be a diversification of the offers when it comes to emergency housing, when it comes to warming centers, when it comes to social housing, when it comes to rooming houses. There is a multitude of different types of housing that you can invest in. But the first one, which is your responsibility in a sense because you have to provide security for all Montrealers, which is to make sure that no one sleeps outside at minus 35. And you knew last June that that scenario was coming, and you did not propose or plan anything with the Quebec government. Have a sit down with your minister.
Is there anything to say that the problem has gotten so bad so quick that any municipal government would have been caught off guard?
I would say that I would agree with your statement, but not 8 years.
Okay.
And when you look at, let's say, for instance, is the buildings that we own at the city, we own about 80 facility. I'll give you an example, l'Hôpital Chinois. That has been purchased for more than 4 years. Why was this not renovated to just minimal usage for a warming center but at least offer toilets inside, water, and just the basics to make sure that you can keep people in dignity and have nonprofits that wants to manage the place.
Can I just, I saw one of these key points that you're making is about projects to the CIUS, right? When it comes to, what is it? Is that what the point you're bringing up right now? Is it about these warming shelters?
Well, when it comes to the warming shelters, it's one of the different ingredients that is necessary in this housing continuum to make sure that we don't have people who chooses the street.
Gotcha.
Instead of choosing a facility that is more adapted to their needs. I'll give you an example. If you have a dog, if you're a woman and you're afraid of men, like right now, there's only 30% of what's offered out there for women. But reality is that the refusal at La Rue des Femmes is like 30 to 40 every day.
And there's not the spots.
Where do we bring these people that are afraid? They went through conjugal violence, name it. Heavy cases of violence. We refer them to a mixed-use facility that is near that has only security agents and not necessarily social workers on site. Without water, open only after 8 till 9 in the morning, when you clearly supported the Un Pas de Plus, which was all the community organization that got together and said, the city has to stop. It has to plan ahead, have a plan in June, so that we're not stuck in a scenario where we have a month to purchase bed liners, to purchase all sorts of hire people, qualified people, and offer dignity.
Has the city responded
people.
to your allegations? Have they responded to your allegations?
Yeah.
And do you think they're...
I don't get answers. I don't get answers. I go through access to information and then I get facts. I don't get emotions. I don't get this communication line that we get fed all the time with Projet Montréal. Enough with the communication. People are struggling on our streets and we're literally not answering the situation because we're not increasing the amount of offer right now. Not more social housing, not more emergency housing, and we're not planning ahead. So we're always stuck in announcing things mid-December. Mid-December, we knew winter was coming. It's Quebec.
Benoit, listen, before I let you go, I just want to ask you about your party, which is now in the midst of getting candidates to run for the leadership. You're not going to run, right? It's not in the cards for you. You do not want to lead your party, right? That's correct?
No, exactly. The kids first.
And do you feel at the end of this month, we're going to end up with a robust list of candidates that want to run your party?
Yes.
And any indication of when we'll find some more names? I know we have one so far. So
Soraya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think there are going to be more names? Like you think...
Could be. Could be. I've had a couple lunches with people that are interested, but I want to say that Soraya demonstrated so much courage leaving the federal arena to come back to her roots when it comes to the municipal government. I'm very pleased with her candidacy.
Soraya Martinez Ferrada, who was on this show on Friday, by the way.
Up to now, I'm supporting her for sure.
Okay.
She's very interesting.
All right, so you're already in a camp. You're already in the camp.
Oh yeah. She's impressive. She's from the local government as well. I mean, I love politicians. Just like I see myself in that. Like I said, my babysitter votes for me, and the people I face I can't promise anything because I know my Nicole is going to tell me in Pierrefonds, like, what are you talking about? Pink line? It's never going to happen.
Benoit, listen, we're going to have to leave it there. I want to thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
Benoit Langevin is a borough councillor in Pierrefonds-Roxboro.